Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Saturday, here at MadWorldTarot. And of course Saturday, the Saturday of Trooping the Colour, a splendid occasion, went off wonderfully. Didn't go quite so wonderfully in Montecito as we saw with the raspberry jam. I've just read on that. But there have been some interesting comments and rumours coming out in the last 24 hours. And the first thing that we found out is that Prince William made a private visit to MI6, that's the Secret Service basically, on Thursday. And we don't know why. It was a private visit. We have no idea what was being discussed. And of course, everybody suspects immediately that it might have something to do with the squad. It might have something to do with Madame. It could have, it could be around that kind of thing. Though, of course, it could be completely different. We're going to try and find out in this reading why he was there. It could have to do with his own personal security issues. We don't know. And then there's a commentator on X who is a lawyer in the United States who seems to have some quite good connections in the UK to the powers that be. And this person wrote, and I'm going to quote, "Little plotters and con artists, we have your number. And California is not the place to be tomorrow," meaning today, Trooping the Colour. "You are ex-royals. And MM, you are soon to be an ex-wife again. And once that pleading is filed, the super injunction gets lifted." There have always been rumours of a super injunction. I have looked at it. I have seen signs of the existence of a super injunction. This is very interesting. I read yesterday on Harry's situation, and it does seem as if the marriage is over and everything but name, and this at this point. So a filing could be imminent, a petition, divorce petition could be imminent, or whatever the legal term is at this point, probably not a petition. The person goes on to say that Harry and Meghan had a knockdown, didn't use the word fight, but an expression that would indicate a fight, a knockdown disagreement / fight, whatever, last weekend. And that Harry is phoning his father, pleading for help to escape. Interesting, don't you think? So, I have the Venetian Tarot on the tarot table. It's a little mini tarot. It's very Machiavellian kind of energy about it. It's a gorgeous tarot deck. Don't think it's got bad energy itself. For my purposes, tarot reading on royal adjacent stories, it's very useful for storytelling where there's some sort of intrigue. I think intrigue is a better word. And so we're going to have a look at this. We're going to do a Celtic cross from the powers that be's perspective. And in powers that be, I'm including Prince William, the King, MI6, this lawyer person, and anybody else that might know the inside info on what is really going on with Harry and Meghan, and what might really be going on in particular with her and her past, and things that might have been hushed up allegedly. And we're going to sprinkle a huge allegedly and many other allegedlys all over this reading right from now and to the end. So this is all allegedly, and this is tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all speculation. It's all my opinion. I just read energy here, archetypal energy, because we are reading on the archetypal family, the British royal family. And of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below. Please form your own opinions about all of this. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions. Venetian Tarot, Celtic Cross, power that be's point of view. What is going on with this alleged super injunction, visits to MI6? Can we find anything out? One more shuffle. And try and identify what might be going on, what might be coming down the pike for Madame in Montecito. And there. Funny energy I'm getting. I'm I'm getting quite anxious. If you hear coughing and sneezing and worse sounds, it's the little Jack Russell who's having a big sleep, but every now and then, he is 16. He has his own little old man noises that he makes. Hopefully you can't hear it and only I can hear it. He's very sweet, so we don't mind. Little Celtic cross. I have repurposed some of the cards in this Celtic cross, as I very often do, so don't be surprised when we get to them. Ooh, okay. The Hierophant showed up. That's the royal family. That's the powers that be. If ever there was a card for the powers that be, that is it. The Hierophant. That is the hierarchy, the organizations, the ones in the know, the ones that hold the line, really. And you're either in or you're out with the Hierophant. You play by the rules and you're in, you don't play by the rules and you are out. That's a very interesting card. And I have to point to the card that's sitting directly beneath it, and I'm going to bring it out. That is the Four of Swords. So that's Harry. Dad, the King, of course, the Hierophant, and the powers that be, and Harry. Four of Swords, ruined, defeated, withdrawn, injured, ill even, retiring from the lists, in big trouble. That Four of Swords, that figure, that defeated knight in the Four of Swords is in big trouble. So we've already got the story very succinctly put there by the tarot, by the energy that comes through in these tarot readings, which I call universe, but we can call all kinds of more impressive things if we like to, but I don't want to claim too much aggrandizement. Let's see the actual situation, powers that be perspective, what is going on. And we have the Knight of Cups here. Who's the Knight of Cups? Because we've already got the King there, that's Prince William, the Knight of Cups. So it's something that Prince William is at the heart of, because this card is the heart of the reading. What are we actually, the story that we're actually looking at? This is a storytelling tarot about intrigue. There we have the Knight of Cups at the very heart of this reading, Prince William. This is all to do with him and what he knows and what he is trying to accomplish. Interesting. What is blocking the release of this information, or what is the problem? What is the problem is the Nine of Pentacles. The problem, therefore, is, as she's very often called now, this one's wife, the independent single lady, the one who is trying to, you would say, feather her nest, trying to make a go of her life, monetize her associations with the royal family. I think that's a very important phrase that has just come out. Or something to just pay attention to, that it might have to do with that. The issue that we are actually dancing around might have to do with that attempt to monetize her associations, her connections, her status, that kind of thing, which she allegedly did from the very moment she entered the royal family. That, of course, is one of the allegedlys we're going to sprinkle all over this reading. But there she has shown up as the Nine of Pentacles. What is going on behind the scenes? And by behind the scenes, I mean things like trips to MI6 and whatever else the universe might wish to tell us. What is going on behind the scenes? We have the Eight of Swords here. Someone sitting in the stocks. The Eight of Swords. So somebody who's got themselves trapped. It's the trap kind of a card. Usually it's a mental trap. You imagine that you are in trouble or in a situation with no way out with the Eight of Swords. It's a problem of perspective, of vision. How do I see my way? How do I think my way out of the situation that I have got myself into? I'm afraid, I'm stuck, I can't move. But it has the idea of also a trap or a pitfall. Perhaps someone somewhere along the way was trapped in some way or shape or form, and there is a lot of speculation around things like that, around a certain club where certain things might have occurred or been witnessed or filmed, and that sort of thing. I don't want to get too deep into that. We'll say it's all absolute speculation and rumor, but it has shown up for me reading the energy. That is what has come into my mind as a speculation. So what is the goal of the powers that be right now? And we have the Queen, the Queen of Wands. She's shown up again. The Queen of Wands, traditionally in these royal readings for me as a reader, energy reader, is Megan. She has shown up as the focus of their thoughts, their efforts, their attentions, which I think is very interesting because she's already shown up here as the crossing card, the trouble, the problem, the Nine of Pentacles, that aspect of her. But there she has shown up again. Very interesting. Tell us about the past. The snoring is getting louder and louder. Tell us about the past, her past, whatever the powers that be might know, might be cautious about, concerned about. There might be a super injunction around. Tell us about that. Oh my goodness. That's a savage card, the Ten of Swords. And I'm not for 1 second suggesting that there has been anything as grievous as is depicted on that card. The Ten of Swords traditionally depicts someone who has been stabbed multiple times in the back and left for dead. It's the card of ruin and destruction. And I would say the ruin and destruction has to do with that Eight of Swords, the trap energy of the Eight of Swords, the fear, I'm stuck, I can't get out, and our little Four of Swords collapsed in a heap here. Very interesting, they're all connected. Very, very interesting energy. It's pretty hectic energy, not pleasant at all energy. Not pleasant if you find yourself on the receiving end of that kind of energy, however much of a dimwit you are. It's really, and however ill-intentioned you are towards your family in your little black heart, in my opinion, it's still quite a thing to find yourself on the receiving end of that kind of energy. I am speculating, of course. We're going to sprinkle another allegedly over this reading, or a handful of allegedlys, and remind you that I am reading energy. Let us move on, and this is all my opinion, to the coming days, the near future. What is going to happen? We have rumors of a divorce filing, a pleading is filed, and the super injunction gets lifted. Where are we in that process? What is coming? What is coming is the Three of Pentacles. That is working together. We have a little scribe here with a scroll. He's busy writing things. That is, I would say, the pleading being filed. It's very much the idea of somebody who's busy with a task, and very interestingly we have 3 stars shining through those windows. So it's working together. It could be agencies working together with lawyers, with the royal household, family, whatever. Those 3, it could be foreign, it could be local, it could be anything, but there is a team that is working together on some endeavor that involves writing some sort of pleading, my opinion. What do the powers that be think of our Queen of Wands over there? How do they view her? We got the Six of Pentacles here. I'm going to say that word that has become quite famously associated with Harry and Meghan, the grifter word, even though it's the card of charity, the Six of Pentacles. That is charity, right? And we have Archewell, which is supposed to be a charitable foundation. The technicalities of it escape me, but theoretically it is, you know, that it was delinquent not so long ago, and apparently still some of the paperwork has not been filed. I saw that yesterday. But we have a charitable foundation that has got this edge of grifting to it, this energy of grifting to it. So we had the money aspect here, the Nine of Pentacles. We have it again here, the Six of Pentacles. The motivation, the behavior seems to be all about money. And I'm going to use the word shady. I'm getting the energy of shadiness around all of that. What pressure is Megan under right now? So I'm just tweaking these cards here a little bit for the purposes of this reading and the story, this narrative. What pressure is she under? We have the Ace of Pentacles, money pressure, how to make a huge big amount of money. That's what's driving her. That's what she wants. That's what has always motivated her. We've seen it from those videos of her even when she was a teenager, driving around LA, lusting after top-notch designer gear and stuff like that. There it is. It's how to make money, how to put herself on a stable financial footing, how to maximize her position that she has thanks to being Duchess of Sussex, or Princess Meghan, as she does like to call herself and allegedly makes her staff call her. That is a rumor, and we'll put sprinkle another collection of allegedlys over there. Money showing up in a big way in this reading on her side of the equation. So hopes and fears back to the powers that be. What are they hoping to achieve, or what are they worried about? We have the Three of Cups in reverse, and it's quite interesting that, because I'm getting, and I don't want to disparage them, I'm getting the York sisters in there, because this commentator on X, in the little bit about the knockdown fight, I'm paraphrasing the fight word, wasn't the word that was used, but it implied that, and the wish to escape and phoning dad, begging for help to flee, Harry, meaning Harry is phoning to help to flee, for help to flee. There was a comment about that everyone is now silent. They've all been told to keep quiet, not interfere, not say anything, not do anything, not reach out, not enable, even Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, who have traditionally been the closest to Harry, especially Eugenie. So it's telling me that they are hoping that this friendship breaks, that somehow the girls don't support, and his last allies, literally this one's last allies, abandon him, and he has got to realize some home truths about his situation. And I'm paraphrasing again what this commentator said on X, and have to actually deal with the reality of his situation and think his way out of this mess that he has got himself into. So it's a very roundabout message that's coming through that Three of Cups, which is the friendship card, the little group of old friends that get together and have a jolly time. And we know they used to hang out, they used to go clubbing together, they still hang out, well, at least Eugenie and Harry until very recently, and Meghan. Allegedly. Outcome of this. What is going on? Is there going to be some sort of expose, divorce? What is coming? We have the Ace of Swords. I'm reminded that the sword and this Ace of Swords for me as a reader is now King Arthur's sword, Excalibur. William has that Arthurian energy that I was reading on a while ago. Then events took a turn, and I'm going to take a turn as well. into some associated energies, probably on a side channel where I will do that kind of reading and more world kind of readings and energy and what's going on in the world. Not so much royal. I'll keep this going, absolutely, because I think we're hitting a critical time in this story. But that sword is a sword of truth. It's a sword of justice. It is Prince William's sword, and he's shown up here as the Knight of Cups and as the mover and shaker in this reading. The Knight of Cups is an interesting energy because it was not hostile energy. There might be some, however angry he is and disappointed and however betrayed he feels by his younger brother, there is in the Knight of Cups always the cup of love. And there is a protective energy that's coming through from that Knight of Cups, I have to say, however much he doesn't deserve it. It's family, it's blood. Ace of Swords, truth, justice, divorce. It could be cutting, legal ties, something that stops the truth from coming out, the super injunction, the alleged super injunction. So there's two possibilities there. There is a possibility of divorce proceedings right there, which seems to be in here, and there is possibility of the truth actually coming out. So I think that this person, whoever this person is, does know something. There is a very confirming energy in this reading around that story, and I think that we might see and hear some interesting things not too far down the line. I'm getting the sense in this reading and in the readings I've been doing recently that this is soon. I would say we're talking months, not years, in terms of outcome here. So that is your reading. Thanks for watching, and Father's Day tomorrow, we'll be looking at that, and I do wish all of you a wonderful day tomorrow.